Now, as the final trading week of May 2024 comes to a close right here on Wall Street, investors all wondering if last week's market slide will carry over. Because you see, heading into this Friday session, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ were each on pace to snap 5-week win streaks with slides of 1.8%, 2.4% respectively. The blue chip Dow slipping 2.3%, heading for a second straight week of losses. But not all is lost, as despite these moves, it's still shaping up to be a winning May for the markets, with each of the major benchmarks set to post a 6th positive month in 7. The Dow up 0.9% this month, the S&P 500 higher by almost 3.5%, the tech-heavy NASDAQ gaining 5.5%. Courtesy of NVIDIA. But now there's a new week ahead. There's a lot to look forward to. A new session, a new week, a new month as well. Will these trends carry over? Will there be a sour start to the week and month? Or will we see a bit of a bounce back to kick off June 2024? Let's now take a look at what will likely move the markets in the week ahead. Now we kick off on Monday in China with China's May Caixin manufacturing PMI read due out expectations 51.5. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., ISM manufacturing PMI due out a read that's penciled in at 49.8. Tuesday kicks off in Germany with the German unemployment rate on the docket, expectations calling for a read 5.9%, while right here in the U.S., April factory orders and JOLTS jobs openings, they're scheduled for release. Factory orders expected 0.6%, JOLTS job openings expected 8.35 million. Wednesday, a very busy session on the data front. That sees us start in Australia with the Australian first quarter GDP read due out. Expectations 0.2% quarter over quarter, 1.2% year over year. Then in China, the May Caixin Services PMI read due out. Expectations 52.6. While right here in the U.S., a new month means ADP private payrolls on the docket. Private payrolls expected 180,000. And we also see the release of U.S. ISM Services PMI, which is expected at 50.5. And then we also go up to Canada. The Bank of Canada's rate decision scheduled for release, a rate that's expected to drop to 4.75% from 5%. Now Thursday sees even more rate decisions, this time out of the European Central Bank. ECB rate on deposit facility also expected to drop to 3.75% from 4%. While here in the U.S., with weekly jobless claims figures and first quarter non-farm productivity, a measure that's expected 0.3%. And on Friday, it's another busy end to the week. Keep an eye on the European Parliament election as well as European first quarter GDP. EU GDP expected at 0.3% quarter over quarter, 0.4% year over year. But most attention on the U.S. employment report. Jobs, May non-farm payrolls up first. That's expected 180,000. And the U.S. unemployment rate expected to hold steady, 3.9%. Now keep in mind, the earnings season is not over just yet. Watch those results for more market action as well as any geopolitical headlines that come across the feeds. And until next week, live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm James Swinney, reporting for ICF.